Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Duty's behind the camera, and we're all about simple food, simple faith. We are making barbecued ribs today, and I'm going to show you how to get it on the dinner table in less than an hour. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe for more simple food ideas. We're going to make a dry rub for the ribs. I'm using about 2 teaspoons of black pepper, and it's easier for me to just get them ground up in my mortar and pestle instead of trying to grind it from my pepper mill. All right, I only need 1 teaspoon for the rub, and the other teaspoon is going into the sauce. Also adding a tablespoon of kosher salt. So a tablespoon is 3 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of paprika. Just give that a stir. I have 2 full racks of pork back ribs that I'm using today. You can use side ribs if you want, and I cut them up into segments of 4 bones. You can cut them all up if you like, or you can just leave them in the rack. Totally up to you. I'm gonna add my dry rub. Just make sure that each section is covered in some of the rub. I'm just gonna pour the whole thing in and mix it all around. All right, so this looks good. It's all covered, each piece. The dry rub really adds about a minute or 2 to the whole process, and it really is worth doing to get that added extra flavor. I'm using my electric pressure cooker today. That's why dinner will be ready in less than an hour to make ribs. I have a cup of water already down at the bottom of the pot, and it's up to you whether or not to use a rack. I choose not to because there's already bones that are holding these ribs up. So I'm just gonna lay them, stand them up. So I know that 2 full racks can fit in the 6 quart. So that's what I'm using today. All right, so see how the 2 racks of ribs fit perfectly in the 6 quart. Now I'm gonna put the lid on, lock it into place, making sure this sealing knob is on sealing. And we're going to cook it for 15 minutes on high pressure. Now we like a little bit of tug on our ribs, so if you want it to be more fall off the bone, do 18 to 20 minutes. We're making our own homemade barbecue sauce today, but if you can't be bothered with that, just use your favorite bottle of barbecue sauce. Starting with 2 cups of ketchup, half a cup of apple cider vinegar. If you all think I'm so brilliant eyeballing my measurements, that's not true. I'm using a scale to measure the amount of liquid going in. I'm using 3/4 cups of brown sugar. This is a 1/4 cup measure. Juice of 1 lemon. 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic if you'd rather. 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of dried mustard, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke, and half a cup of water. Okay, we're just going to give this a whisk. Get all the ingredients mixed together. Okay, we're going to heat this up on medium heat. Bring it to a boil. Turn it down to like a medium low, and then we're going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. So this sauce took about 5 minutes to prepare. It doesn't take long. The pressure cooker is now counting down from 15 minutes. Mind you, when we're filming, it takes a little bit longer for us to get everything prepared. But if you're doing this on your own, it really shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to make the sauce. And then you'll have enough time for it to simmer and get ready before the ribs are done. All right, so while the sauce is simmering, give it a stir occasionally and let it keep simmering. All right, guys, I quick released the pressure. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I'm taking them out and putting them on a sheet pan lined with parchment paper. You can use aluminum foil, but I like to live dangerously. The parchment paper is crumpled because when you crumple up your parchment paper before you line it or line your pan, it actually lays flatter than trying to put a straight sheet on your pan, which is so weird if you think about it. But it works. It doesn't move around. Sorry, I decided to flip the ribs over because I wanted to broil this side first. If you were to do the ribs in the oven, it would probably take about 3 to 4 hours on a very low temperature to get them to fall off the bone texture. But now that I'm using the electric pressure cooker to cook the ribs, it only took me 15 minutes of cook time. It takes about 15 minutes to come up to pressure, 15 minutes to cook, and then another couple of minutes to release the pressure. But that's like about half an hour. So in that time, I made the barbecue sauce and some sides to go with dinner. I'm just gonna spoon a little bit of the sauce on each one, and I'll go in with my basting brush to get it all over. This made a lot of barbecue sauce, so you could use it for dipping afterwards as well. And if you need to adjust the flavor, you can add more sugar if you want it to be more sweet, or you can add more apple cider vinegar if you want it to be more vinegary. It's pretty flexible. And if you didn't want to do it under the broiler, you could just put this on the barbecue. All right, this is now going under the broiler for 6 minutes. All right, I don't even think that was 6 minutes, guys. That was 5. Okay, let's just do the other side. Another way to cook the ribs would be in a slow cooker, if you wanted to do that instead of the pressure cooker.
Don't skip on the sauce.
No skimping on the sauce.
Otherwise, I'll judge you harshly in the taste.
You can have sauce on the side. All right, going back in for another 5 to 6 minutes. All right, guys, this was 8 minutes because it was a little bit more saucy. So we needed a little bit more time to get that charring action. Okay, just gonna add a little bit more sauce on each one. And again, you can serve it with your sauce, so they have more to dip. Look at how good they look. So let's break down the cost, guys, because we know that grocery prices are outrageous, but 2 racks of ribs I got at Costco for about 20 bucks. And then all the barbecue sauce ingredients I already had at home. So if you wanted to take that into consideration, maybe add 2 or 3 bucks for the sauce. So your whole meal, or at least your ribs, were $23. If you're buying a bottle of sauce and using that instead, maybe a little bit more, but still way cheaper than eating out. Just moving them over to a plate. Are you all ready for?
Ooh-wee. It's the taste. Now, ribs is one of those regular rotation things for our family meals that is, it's always a hit. Let's not waste any time. This one is calling out to me, please don't fall apart. And, oh look, it's not gonna fit. So I'm gonna cut off a rib while it's on a plate. Smells awesome. Just a little bit of tug on the meat. Flavor good. So flavorful. Make your own sauce, and if you don't want to, use your favorite sauce. There's so many sauces out there. That rub gives it extra depth of flavor. The meat is tender and flavorful through and through. The flavor of the sauce is so good, like just the right amount of tang and sweetness. That heat is kind of like sneaky. It's not spicy, but it's got that low burn heat that kind of comes out afterwards. And with the fresh ground pepper, you get that pop of the peppercorn, or that hit of like, ooh, I just bit into one and it's nice. You guys gotta do it.
Awesome, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Another simple recipe, and it's even easier if you're using a bottle of your favorite sauce. For this recipe, check it out on FLO'S.com.